Political correctness sweeping the nation. Of course, our area not immune to it either. There used to be a daddy-daughter dance. Maybe some of you dads out there are familiar. You took your own daughters to it. Well, on Staten Island, not so fast. Apparently, it's too gender specific. Mark Bonamo has the details. What's going on, Mark?
I'm here today on the North Shore of Staten Island, blocks away from the Staten Island Ferry and also down the block from Pier 65, which has decided to postpone its annual father-daughter dance until next month because they want to make it more inclusive, including gender-neutral policies according to the New York City Board of Education policies.
Can I just understand what the policy is? I mean, gender-neutral policy, there are boys' rooms and girls' rooms still, right? There are still boys' teams and girls' teams, or has gender been completely erased from the New York City public school system?
The idea, I spoke to a New York City Board of Education spokesperson moments ago who said to me, this is not simply about gender in terms of inclusivity, it's to make sure that all families, all members of families are somehow involved.
I, for one, love the fact that there are bonding times for fathers and daughters from personal experience. I think a number of fathers and a number of daughters should gravitate towards that, but I do love the fact that they're going to do something that's gender neutral as well, but do both. I think kids can benefit from both opportunities.
This is a complicated issue, and gender inclusivity is very important.
So where have they left it? Next month there's going to be a gender-neutral dance?
Next month there will be a dance that, according to New York City officials, Board of Ed officials, will be both gender-neutral and inclusive of all families. It will be held in March, but no longer named the father-daughter dance.
Saving the world one dance at a time. Huh? All right, thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Okay, let's bring back the panel. It's hard to take this seriously, Jeanette.
It's so ridiculous.
Right? What do you think? It just seems silly
to me.
It's so
ridiculous. I mean, this whole trend that everything needs to be gender neutral, it's just crazy political correctness. There are differences in genders, and studies have shown that gender-specific programming, especially for girls, is so important. The Girl Scouts is a perfect example of that. The leadership programming geared towards girls really helps them later on in life. So to make this all like we can't offend somebody, we can't, it's so ridiculous.
What about, now there's got to be somebody out there that may say, wait a minute, what about the kid that doesn't have a father? What about that daughter whose father left or is away or is in prison? Should we hurt her feelings?
You're not hurting her feelings. And funny you mentioned that, Bill. I think there was a couple of weeks ago, there was an article about a school that needed volunteer fathers. I think 200 people volunteered. So I'm sure there's a way that they can address that. But you and me, we're both fathers. And for this to be the reality that we're living in, that we can't even take our daughters to a dance that's celebrating, our bond, is ridiculous.
You're
I think we're
Why,
going too far.
why does this small vocal minority, why are they in charge? I was giving you an example earlier off air. My daughter and her date to the prom years ago when she was in high school, they were the last king and queen of the prom because the cowards at the Board of Education and the superintendent's office decided, or I don't know who exactly made the decision, but it's gone to gender specific.
Because politicians and administrators are so afraid of offending just one person that they'll hurt the majority for a few of the vocal minority.
And the reason why they're afraid in reality is that they're afraid of lawsuits. And this is something that, you need to take a stand and say, enough is enough. You're going to come and sue us, fine. But the reality is this is a tradition that I think that we still need to adhere to.
And father-daughter dances.
I'm a father, you're a father. I mean, to see us going down this road is disheartening.
Maybe it's all these activist judges that have been legislating from the bench and scaring people because they take up every single lawsuit, no matter whether it holds water or not.
You're absolutely right.
No,
I totally agree.
And it's wrong. It
and
really
both
is.
sides have shown cowardice in this.
And the kids are the ones who
liberal or
suffer.
conservative.
And I agree.
Both sides.
The kids suffer.